We're live.
Good morning. I gotta just get the chat right, because if I don't, then she gets upset. And she's more than happy, because today, although her hair looks poofy, it looks good. So yeah, we were just upstairs chatting with her mom, and I'm like, it's almost 9 o'clock. And she's like, well, you sat down. And I'm like, no, you sat down first.
I didn't, though.
You did sit down first.
I was standing at the top of the stairs. Morning, Lori.
Hello. So yeah, we're still in Canada. The day looks beautiful out there. I hope you're having a great day where you are. It's Spencer's birthday today, so 24 years ago today, I know where you were.
I was at least getting ready for it as much as you can.
Yeah, just kind of like, I'm going to have a baby. I'm going to have a baby.
Good morning, Monica. Good morning, Jeff.
Hello. So yeah, he's your biggest baby.
He's my biggest baby in more ways than one. And Spencer, in case you chime in this morning, happy birthday, sweetheart.
Yes, happy birthday, sweetheart. I called him sweetheart.
But that sounded mean.
I mean it.
It's
because I mean it. Yes.
So tomorrow we will do our last coffee time in Canada.
Why tomorrow? What's wrong with Friday?
Friday we're going to be in the air. Don't forget. You keep forgetting. We leave at 7:20 a.m.
Originally, it was 12-something a.m., but then I don't know what happened. So apparently, we're going to be traveling all day Friday.
Yeah, it is. It's a long day. We leave here. Well, leave the airport at 7:20.
Thank you, Monica, for the happy birthday to Spencer.
And Jeff, too, said happy birthday
Jeff,
to Spencer.
Thank you. Jeff, we don't know why you're not showing up on the main screen.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing.
It is so weird.
But yeah, so Friday all day. Like, we go from here to Toronto, and then from Toronto to Mexico City. Then we spend the night in Mexico City. Saturday morning, we're back on a plane to get to Vallarta.
What time on Saturday do we leave?
I think our plane leaves at 11.
So we're going to be at the airport for 9-ish, 8:30?
Well, okay. It's a domestic flight.
It's a domestic? What's a domestic? I guess
I'm pretty sure I said domestic, but...
Yeah, domesticated. That would be a man thing, domesticated. He's a domesticated man.
You're such a weirdo.
Yes.
Anyways, yeah, so I will be in just a couple... 3 days, I guess, I will be hugging my little babies. I'm so excited.
She's excited. All she does is talk about this.
Yes. I am just a little concerned about the last of our packing. I think we have more left than what's going to fit in our suitcases. So
Why?
It could be interesting.
Why? We have an extra suitcase.
I know. We did buy a few things. And my mom and the kids bought stuff for the kids. And
Flipping, man. It's not fun traveling with her.
It's a lot of fun traveling with me. I'm an awesome travel buddy. I love to shop.
I buy like 4 shirts and 2 shoes. That's it.
No.
Maybe 3 shoes.
No, yeah. 3 pairs of shoes he bought this trip. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I would say he bought closer to 10 shirts.
It's all going to fit in a nice package. If you have a vacuum cleaner.
You know what? It's not the size of the stuff. It's the weight of the stuff. That's our problem.
I buy things made of styrofoam. So I just wear styrofoam, so everything I wear is very light.
It's your program. I'm only a spectator. Jeff, he doesn't know why he's not showing up on our screen. And good morning, Kim. How are you? And how is Ross?
Is Ross able to get up yet?
Yeah, he gave his wheelchair away.
Get out of here.
Victor was looking for a wheelchair for someone, and Ross donated it or gave it or whatever
that is exciting.
He did with it. Yeah, that's good to know that Ross is up and about. Yeah.
So
to the level of pain, we don't know, but
yes.
We'll find out because we'll be able to see them.
Why is it not showing up here?
Kim must... Well, no, because Kim hasn't said anything. She just said it just shows that she's watching.
We know you're watching.
We know you're watching. Good morning, Kathy. How are you this morning?
Hello. So what else is going on, honey? What did we do yesterday?
We went to the lawyers to drop those papers off.
Yeah, that was weird.
And then, I went into the wrong office. And I went into this office. So there's 2 right side by side. The name of the lawyer's office was on one side of the building. but different from where the door was. So I went into the one that I didn't look at the actual address that my mom had given me. It was in like a little strip of offices and different buildings. And I'm in there and I'm ringing the bell and I'm, hello, hello. What is it? At least 3 minutes I was in there.
3 at least.
It felt like 10.
It did.
And nobody came out. And so then I go back into the car and I'm like, what is the exact address that I'm supposed to be at? And I'm like, oh. And so then I went into the real building and there's like paralegals and secretaries and everybody. Oh, hi. Oh, yes. Okay. Thank you.
So apparently if you ring the wrong doorbell, nobody answers.
Yeah, but it's so weird. Ring the bell and we'll attend to you right away. I rang the bell twice.
It's weird that people are saying, if you call people up and they're there and they're saying, in order to serve you better, nobody is here now.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was.
In order to serve you better, nobody's here right now. And that's a very common thing here. It's weird.
I think it's everywhere. So then we also went to Costco and picked up a few things for my mom, my kid. Shay was with us. And then...
well, we made dinner. Thank you, Jeff, for your amazing recipe.
Oh my gosh, the pork belly. Oh my goodness. It was so... We used fennel. Try fennel next time. It added just, I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what we did.
Also used a little bit of red wine.
Oh yes, the apothic.
The apothic, which is a sweeter,
So per pound of meat, it is 1/2 cup of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of fennel ground tablespoons, 2 teaspoons of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper.
Which I feel we could have put more pepper, because I think you can put more pepper on anything.
And the apothic wine, just a little, just to give it...
We might have used a couple ounces at most.
At most, because the next day the water comes out. You have to do this overnight, let it marinate. And then you cook it...
So we probably let it marinate for 20 hours?
Yeah. So then liquid comes in. You have to keep stirring it, stirring it.
Get it all nicely coated.
So then you put... we had the barbecue upstairs... And you had an aluminum tray at the bottom, then the tray from the oven over top of it to hold the next aluminum tray,
which
has holes,
yeah.
Because you want the fat to get out of there. You do not want it to deep fry in the fat.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, probably at 3/4 heat, so probably 400, 425... And maybe 40 minutes.
Yeah, it was a gas barbecue. But just, you guys, this stuff was stunning.
Candy.
And Jeff, you're welcome for the tip. Thank you for the recipe. You're welcome for the tip. I don't know for sure if the fennel made a big difference, but the flavor was just, it was, yours were good. Don't get me wrong. Yours were very good.
Morning, Kathy. And your morning, Linda.
And so Linda's Kathy's going for a walk. And Lori, your oldest's name is Spencer? That's awesome. Yeah. I did not know that. Her oldest and our baby.
Yeah. So
how was Campbell River this morning, Kathy?
So the pork, though, it was candy. Everybody loved it. And we had pierogies. So together, they really... Oh, the salmon was
and
really
Shay,
good.
I don't like salmon, but Shay made salmon last night with a kind of a cream sauce. It had...
Spinach,
tomatoes. I don't know what all was in it. Oh my goodness, so good.
We've eaten probably more carbs in the last 2.5 months than we've had in 5 years because of pastas and all that.
But there's a lot of recipes that I can take home that my daughter has taught me that I will be able to adapt for a less carby.
Yeah, because we're going back to no carbs. Because
Sunny,
we gotta lose.
Thinks she's still in bed.
I have to lose a lot of weight.
Yeah, John and I would like to lose some weight.
Yeah,
well, we don't really want to.
No, I gained so much weight in Canada. I'm hardly eating anything here by volume.
But it's all junk food.
He's
also not doing a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
Be honest. You've been on your tuchus a lot.
This is my tuchus. Actually, no, I'm getting 10,000. I'm getting like almost 10,000 in most days.
No, you're not. Not most days.
Well, there's like 4 days I got 10,000.
Of 2 months?
2.5 months. So we worked it out. We've been here maybe 10 weeks. And of those 10 weeks, we've had 2 weeks of okay weather. 1 week of good weather.
Today it's going to be 30 degrees. 30 degrees,
What are
honey.
we doing today? What are we doing today?
We're going to sweat.
No. Are we going to go? Let's go for a walk in the river valley today.
In the river valley?
It's like the most beautiful river valley in all of
I
Canada.
thought you hated Edmonton.
I like the river valley. And there's wild hogs that live in the river valley.
Oh, that's tempting.
So we'll bring knives. So that way if we're attacked by hogs, we can protect ourselves.
He really means boars.
Yeah. Well, they're hogs. They're boars. Yes, we are headed home Friday a.m.
Early Friday.
We were supposed to be in Mexico.
No, we were supposed to be in Sault Ste. Marie.
In Sault Ste. Marie yesterday. Yeah, I think yesterday morning.
Oh, yeah, yesterday's only Tuesday. Wow, yeah.
So, yeah.
This week's going by fast. It feels fast, but it's going by really slow.
And we're not even drinking or on drugs.
Please share the salmon recipe. Yeah, I'll get it from Shay because, oh my goodness. There's 2 that she's made that were absolutely like breathtaking, spectacular. The other one was a roasted pepper sauce for pasta, but you could put it on just on chicken. You could put it on cauliflower to make it a cauliflower rice sort of thing. Yeah, both of them, the sauces were amazing. So I have the recipe somewhere for Shay. Shay gives me recipes and then I ask them back. Ask her for them like 8 times, 10 times.
Just got no memory. None.
I have some memory. Trust me. You will wish that I had.
Yeah. So
You'll get carried away with the mosquitoes if we walk in the river valley. I think so too. That's my fear.
I don't know. Well, yeah, they kind of came back.
Yeah.
But then the dragonflies, there's so many right now.
And they're big.
They're
full.
huge. And they just kind of keep hovering around looking for mosquitoes. And
Yeah.
They're awesome.
And then tonight we're going to celebrate Spencer's birthday yet again.
I
Because
know it's like 3 times
he
now.
thinks he's that special. Yeah, I think he may even think that we stayed here for him.
Yeah, maybe.
Not the fact that his mother couldn't have us come because of her not being. Good Lord, what is wrong with my lips this morning?
You don't
and this
have
is
any
just
Baileys.
coffee.
She has no alcohol in her. I think she's going through detox.
I think you should shut up.
Yeah, maybe.
For sure.
Maybe. So, okay, so what else?
Rent scooters when you go to the river valley.
I've wanted to rent scooters. On Saturday, we were downtown around the hockey bubble, and I wanted to rent scooters, and Christie Shay and Matt were in, but Christie, I'm wearing such a long dress, I can't.
It would have got caught in the wheels of the scooter. I would have fallen flat on my face.
I don't think so.
I do.
Well, I think one of my favorite stories, though, we were in Mexico City, and we'd gone to the VIP theater. We're heading to the VIP theater. And we're heading up the escalator. Or was it down?
Actually, we were heading down, and we were going from the movie theater to dinner.
And as we were going down, Christie thought I was tugging on her dress.
It was a skirt.
It wasn't me. It
No,
was
it was the escalator.
The escalator started to suck her skirt into the escalator machine.
So
at
I'm
the
on the
bottom.
escalator, and all of a sudden I could feel my skirt pulling, and I'm like, oh no. So slowly, I think you helped, and we're slowly trying to pull it. Well, thankfully, they had just serviced that escalator. It was greasy, but I got my skirt out all in one piece, and then we did still go out for dinner, and then we went back to the hotel, and I kind of wrapped the grease part as much as I could to keep it away from the rest of the skirt, and I took it home and I gave it to my housekeeper, and I said, Cecilia, please. And she got all the grease out.
She
like
did.
all of it. You'd never know. Nothing happened to that skirt. All the grease got out. It was awesome. But it was terrifying. I'm like, what am I gonna do if my skirt falls off?
Now, are we allowed to tell your most terrifying story at Office Depot in Morelia?
It wasn't terrifying. It was just embarrassing.
So what happened?
Oh, my skirt was tucked in my underwear, and dumbass here. I mean, my husband didn't notice.
I did
Some
not
ladies
notice.
came up to me and in Spanish, excuse me. And I'm like, oh. It was a short skirt, and I didn't know. So, Kathy,
Yeah, it was
time for
embarrassing.
coffee. Good morning and safe travels, you two. Good to have seen you. Sorry it didn't work out to have a longer visit. Stay in touch. We shall.
We saw your daughter and your grandchildren. Oh my gosh, they're all amazing.
Yes,
We had such
it was
a
a
great
nice
time.
visit
It was.
with Aaron and the girls. Yes.
It was. And they're so full of life and energy. So that was cool. Okay, so we had your embarrassing thing. I'm trying to think of embarrassing things that happened to me.
No, you just make sure I get embarrassed.
I kind of do. And it was...
And if it is aimed at him, he somehow turns it so it's me.
It's awesome being me. It's like the other day when they said they wanted to be soft like me, and I'm like, it's good to be me. And it is good to be me.
Yeah. Where were you? We were at Burns's the party that we had out there. They had that party, and Aaron and the girls came for a couple hours. It was lovely. Quite lovely.
Yep, they came. So her husband was working at the camp, so she thought, she'd come. They never went in the water, though. They never brought swimsuits, even though she asked if they should bring swimsuits.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, it was fun that we saw them. It was really nice to see Aaron and the girls. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've known Aaron since she was just a girl, and now she's a mom of 3.
She's a mom.
A beautiful mom
She's
of
a
3. And a
beautiful
good
mom.
mom of 3.
She is a good mom.
Yeah.
So that was that. So let's talk about something else. I can't think of anything. See, the thing is I don't get embarrassed easy. It's just
Which
I don't
you should.
care. I don't care. And that is a great way to live. I'm telling you, if you don't care, life is fantastic. You don't care what people think. You don't care if you get embarrassed. If you're...
It's not that he doesn't care. Let's be clear. He does care a lot. He just, if it's aimed at himself, it's like, well, whatever.
Yeah. I'm not afraid of anything. Like, everything
Should
I'm
be.
afraid of, I do. So I'm afraid of heights. So I jump out of planes. I climb ladders on the top of houses.
He goes parasailing.
I may be shaking as I'm doing it, but I do it because I'm afraid, so that way I'm in control and the fear is never in control of me. So even when we were on the cruise ship, this is like 5 or 6 years ago, Christie, in her happiness, she's like, John would love to do that. So they were at this party, and one of the people says, yeah, we need some people for our karaoke night.
This was, so to back up a little bit, the people that we went on the cruise with, their son and daughter-in-law were dancers on the ship. He was actually the dance captain. So they were looking for participants in one of their
Now, I'm sick.
Their big shows. John's sick in bed because he wouldn't take Gravol.
Well, pretty much. But
He
I
thought
didn't
he
know
was
that.
really sick, but it was actually just motion sickness.
But Christy had been, and then she's like, John would love to.
I would have said it sober. I would have said it
But
anything.
John would love to. And they're like, are you sure? Yes. So then they come and ask me the next day, and I'm terrified. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. Not thinking that these other people, so we go to the first round, and our friends kind of come. And they watch the first few, and they're amazing.
No, well, yeah.
They really are.
Pretty good.
And Bill's like, oh no, what have we gotten John into? Because it's like, this is going to be awful.
He had to sing Crocodile Rock. He didn't know any of the words.
Now, I'm at this, and it's been my whole life. I've never been able to remember lines or anything. I mean, I can read okay.
And really, who knows what the lines really are to Crocodile Rock? But he's dressed up, full garb.
Yeah.
He looked just like him.
So I figured out if I can't sing well, if I can't dance well, I can make them laugh. And if I can make them laugh, I will own them.
He got a standing ovation, you guys. He was awesome.
Yeah, 1,800 people got a standing ovation. Nobody else did.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, it was just, I figured out, because I went through for a day. I panicked. I'm like, I can't remember the words. I can't remember the words. And they don't help you. They're like, if you can't do the words, they'll like let you fail. And then finally they'll be like, okay, here's a quick flash. And then now you have nothing. It's not like karaoke. It's like this sick...
it was a show. I mean,
it's a sick show of karaoke. Yeah, okay. But yeah, at the end, people wanted their pictures with me. It was
like,
great.
Don't worry, she's safe with me.
Yeah, it's true. So yeah, that's do what you're afraid of and life will be fantastic. I mean that because it's that fear that stops us from doing these great things. And if you can push the fear down and do it in spite of the fear, you'll be amazing. You will sing and dance and make people laugh.
Yeah, that was probably one of the most memorable things on that trip was you dancing and singing. Well, and singing, not just dancing. If it was just the dancing part, it would have been hilarious of it in its own. But John, I mean, he doesn't have a horrible voice, but he doesn't have a great voice.
I can't sing. My favorite thing on this, it's like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and there's 3 of us, and we had just been at like they have food 24 hours a day. If you want to gain weight fast, go on a cruise ship because it's just food.
But the good thing is the cruise ship is only a week, not 2.5 months.
Yeah. So we're coming back.
And Lori is saying that if you leave your shoes and your shirts behind, she's sure there'd be enough room in her luggage for her.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. We'll see if this comes to that. I don't think it will, but Christie will make sure that
she wants you to leave your crap behind so she can come. What are you thanking her for? Read it
John
again.
John leaves his new shoes and shirts. No. I thought you were being kind and we're going to take my stuff because
she lives in Saskatchewan. What are we going to do?
Ship it there. So, but for Christie, it's going to be grandkids stuff first, then her stuff, then Zach's and Chuita's stuff, and then my stuff. Maybe, if I'm lucky. So yeah, she's not a nice person. I keep telling you guys that, and you don't believe me.
It's because it's not true.
Yeah, it is. So, what's going on here?
I don't know.
You better sing to me.
Sing to you? Yeah. Why would I sing?
You've never sung to me. Sing to me now. Everybody ask her to sing now. She knows German beer drinking songs.
I don't speak German, and I don't sing.
All right, so forget that. Okay, so Lori, you've insulted me today. Well, you didn't. You just showed that I can't read. Thank you for that. But I can sing and dance. Oh, we even recorded it.
Can you? Well, no, they gave you a DVD.
Yeah, they give you the DVD of it. And it's not, you can't put it on Facebook or anything because it's kind of famous songs. So it would be taken down.
She's my sister. Be nice to her.
Yeah. Oh, that was how we got on the cruise ship.
Oh, yeah. So, Kathy, in question of your quilts, no, I haven't quite decided yet.
We'll probably carry them.
I think we'll carry them if it comes to that. Tomorrow we'll be doing, after the show, we're going to pack up all the stuff because there is equipment. Like John brought a couple of tripods and a light that we're using for the show. So we're going to get all those packed in. Those suitcases were fairly empty, our 2 carry-ons.
Yeah.
So I think we should be able to pack at least the girls' quilts in with the...
See how we did that? The girls' quilts.
Well... You think I should prioritize my quilt over their quilts?
No. But it's always the girls first.
Well, it should be the girls first. They're my babies, my grandbabies. Yeah. Regarding packing, priorities, John, priorities. We could leave the light here. We have like 3 more at home.
2 more. Oh yeah, I guess we have 3 because I have a ring light, an 18-inch ring light, which is beautiful. So. The
lights are, so I think, well, we'll see. I'll let y'all know what we had to leave behind.
Yes, we will let you know as soon as
because we also brought warm coats with us too on this trip because we knew it was May in Canada. It could have snowed. Thank God it didn't.
Oh my gosh.
It's August in Canada. It could have snowed.
Could have snowed.
So we do have like heavier coats too, which I think those were packed in with your equipment.
Which are the heavier coat? For me, it's the vest, right?
No, you have that. Well, I guess your black coat isn't really heavy, but you brought the black coat in a vest, and I brought that purple coat.
Yeah.
So
when we were here in September, I had a much heavier coat because I'm trying to remember why I was walking downtown, and I did a video just to show you how cold it was, and people were all like in parkas in September.
It was cold. We were at the end of September last year.
It was freezing.
And yeah, Lori's my sister. My sister.
Yep.
Yeah, it was cool. Well, why are you trying to remember why you were downtown?
Yeah, no, I was trying to remember why I had that coat, but then you reminded me when we were in Houston. I figured it would be cold here.
Was
or
it Houston or actually was it?
No, I think it was Houston.
Was it California?
Oh, it may have been California.
It might have been when we were in California because we didn't go to Houston last trip, did we?
Oh, maybe. I don't remember.
No, I don't think we were in Houston last year. I think it was we were in California and then we went home and then we came here and I think we bought that warmer coat in California.
They're selling winter coats here.
Of course, they know it's coming.
So Christie went to a Chanel yesterday at...
They're closing for all of you bountiful women.
Bountiful?
Chanel no longer exists. They're out.
And they had 2 rows of clothes. That's it, like 2 little hangers.
Yeah, literally there was probably... Well, there was some... Have you guys ever seen a double G bra?
No.
I think I could fit my whole body in it. It was
I want to see one now.
Massive.
I want to see one more than anything I've ever wanted to see in my life.
So, very little stuff. Some of their suppliers are not making shoes or making clothes anymore.
Well, Aldo used to make their shoes, and now
Aldo went into receivership. I don't know who. They didn't say who did their clothes, but they went into receivership. So Chanel is no more. No more.
2 little rows of clothes, 80% off, everything in there, and there was nothing. So
there was obviously something, just nothing that interested me.
And Christie had said, or the lady had said, that another store is going to take over, but they have older lady stuff. And Christie's not an older lady. She is, but she doesn't want to dress like one.
I'm not an older lady. I'm only 52.
That's kind of older. I mean, we're well past midlife. If I lived to 70, which is
Houston
a long life...
had a hurricane last year, or was it the year before, Jeff? Or was it every year that they have hurricanes?
I don't know.
The bad one that canceled our trip. Remember you guys were coming to Mexico City with us? That was like 3 years ago when they had all that flooding.
Yeah, it was. That was horrible. And I think they lost over 1 million vehicles in that hurricane. So now they've probably shipped them off to Mexico and we're buying crap. Because they do that. Like, we found out our vehicle. We bought our vehicle and it was imported from the States. It was supposed to be in great shape.
We had 2 mechanics look at it before we actually bought it.
And told us it was not an accident. So then one day, this is not too long ago, I'm looking at the front hood and I could see just hundreds of ripples in it.
Well, our mechanic back in Bucerias told us that it had been in a pretty severe accident.
Yeah.
It actually cracked the whole front, the inside where the fan is. It's a Ford, so it has a dual fan, and it's a one big piece. And even in Mexico, it was expensive to replace.
And we have to keep replacing things on it just because it's not in alignment or whatever.
Yeah, so
that's why we're getting a new vehicle this year. New. So that way we can wreck it.
Yeah, if we want to have a vehicle that's in bad shape, it's going to be our fault.
Yeah. Because in Mexico, as I've stated previously, you have to release yourself from your vehicle and allow the world to just have its
I'm
way
not
with
sure
it.
if we buy a brand new vehicle if I'd be able to do that, really. So you won't ever be able to drive it.
She's the one that hits stuff.
What do I hit?
Puppies and people and little old ladies all the time. And then you're like, 20
Constant.
points. 20 points. And I'm like, Christy, you can't do that. Right?
No one has ever told me that in authority.
That's true. Yeah, actually, you got rear-ended at the Walmart.
Oh, with the lights at Walmart. Yeah.
It was awesome.
I'm in a big Suburban.
Big Suburban.
This woman is in a little Toyota, one of those little tiny mini trucks. Well, I stopped at a light and she gunned it because she thought I was going to run the light. So she hit me, and she hit me hard.
Bad
but
idea.
We're in the truck. It actually did move the truck. Like we did.
Oh, yeah.
We did feel it for sure, but her bumper didn't quite mesh with our bumper, so we kind of got her whole front end. And she's telling the police, but she stopped too fast. She stopped too fast.
And there was 3 little kids in the vehicle, and none of them were seatbelted in.
Oh, they were in the back of the truck, in the back of the pickup truck.
Fortunately, 0 blood, because if there's blood in an accident in Mexico,
Everybody goes to the police station
Everybody goes.
until fault is just determined.
it doesn't matter if you have insurance or what. So we had no blood. But then finally, the father of this lady comes and he's like, "You should accept responsibility. We will take 4,000 pesos. 4,000 pesos.
Yeah, he wanted
is all."
us to pay him.
And I'm like, no. We've called our lawyer, called our insurance company. And
He's like, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
No, he said that later. So then he starts talking to the police officer, and the police officer's like, in China, in Australia.
Yeah, he names all these obscure countries.
Everywhere in the world.
Not obscure countries, but not Canada or United States.
When you hit somebody from behind, it's your fault. And then he's like, call your lawyer, tell them not to come. Tell them not to come. So I said, by this time it was too late.
But he came with a pocket full of money.
He did. He came.
And then, unfortunately, he gave the deductible directly to our insurance agent.
And we never did anything.
Which we're not sure what. I had a scratch on my bumper. I mean, it hardly did anything to the truck.
Yeah, it was weird.
I think there was a little bit. But, it's an older Suburban. It's built to last through even John driving.
She's the one that hits people.
I didn't hit anybody. They hit me.
You hit puppies?
No, I don't
Little
hit
old
puppies.
ladies and
You're
children.
just making that up.
I kind of am. But yeah, where we live, though, with the Suburban, the muffler was gone and it was very loud.
Oh, it sounded so cool and beefy.
So you come through at 10, 20 kilometers an hour, it sounds like you're in a race. So the neighbors would be like, you need to slow down. And I'm like, I'm going so slow. But they think because they hear that's I'm going fast. So now that we've got it fixed, nobody says anything.
And we go faster. Because it doesn't make noise.
Because the little kids.
No, that truck is actually in pretty good shape. And the car...
Mind you, I thought you said that it was leaking gas, the Suburban.
They fixed it.
No, but how does it leak gas?
I don't know. You have to ask the mechanic. I didn't fix it.
So Zach calls us up and says, yeah, we went to
the cabin. It was pooling. The gas was pooling in the engine. That's what he said. I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
So yeah, that would have been fun to turn the... And then it looked like we were in a narco accident.
Yeah, so they got it fixed. And now it doesn't do that anymore.
We've been all over the map today. We've been talking about your skirt and your underwear.
We weren't talking about my underwear.
No, but it was your skirt was in your underwear. And
yeah,
we talked about how the thing almost took your skirt off. We talked about the pork belly, which is awesome.
Thanks, Jeff.
We talked about salmon. We talked about me singing. We talked about me doing the things that I'm afraid of.
We've been busy talking about packing and priorities.
And I see Jeff. And I see Monica. And I see Kathy and Linda.
You're a freak.
I am, because when I was a kid, that was the show that I loved. I can't remember her name. Does anybody remember the lady from Romper Room? What she was called? Was she like Miss Linda or Debbie or something?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. But I think we're done for today.
I think so.
So we will see you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to remember to love one another, be kind to one another, because people are animals out there. You're not wearing a mask.
People are angry.
I never talked about COVID. I should talk about COVID.
No, we're done.
Okay.
Bye. Have a good day, you guys.
Don't touch your face. Don't touch your spouse's face. And wash your hands often and sing songs all the time. Because
often, not off. Because it sounded like you said off.
Wash your hands off. But you're supposed to scrub them so hard that the skin dries out in your fingernails.
No, you're not.
Off.
You're not supposed to.
We will see you very soon.
See you later. Talk to you tomorrow.
I'm going to just do this awkward part where I have to hit stop.
I don't know why.